The Raptors in the West Coast League are proud of the reputation of the league and would like to ensure that the ballpark holds safe and enjoyable events.
Ridgefield is 9-0 in the second half of the West Coast League this season, and now the Raptors are welcoming home a non-league opponent. The Redmond Dudes are coming in from the state of Washington and will play in this one up against the West Coast League rival, the Ridgefield Raptors. Of course, the Dudes just a 2-5 record so far against West Coast League competition this season, but will be matched up here against the Raptors in this non-league Tuesday night game, a solo showing at that. My name is Patrick McCall, your voice of the Raptors here in 2024. Thanks for tuning in to the broadcast. And Raptors, their last time out with another win, got it done 6-4 on Sunday against the Springfield Drifters underneath the hot Oregon sun. That was all part of a sweep as well, as they won game 1 8-5 in 13 innings. 10-2 was the decision versus the Drifters in game 2. And so now with the Raptors heating up at the right time of the year, we're going to get going into this match and what we have in this little Tuesday night non-league game. Raptors will be off tomorrow for the All-Star break, but we'll go through the Dudes lineup in just a second. It'll be Wyatt Adams for the Raptors. He is in this for Ridgefield and comes in. This will be his first time, by the way, on the mound for the Raptors this season, and his last time. The junior right-hander from Whitman College in Seattle, Washington, pitched this prior season to a 4.85 ERA in 13 innings. Is looking to get a few more of those in the start here with Ridgefield. He's had 7 walks, 13 strikeouts in the spring, and throws that fastball, a slider, a curveball, and changeup for Wyatt Adams, the right-handed starter for the Raptors in this game, again from Whitman College, and will be coming in here as going into his sophomore year, a junior at the moment. Will be a good starter for the Raptors. And on the other side is Governor Frank for the Redmond Dudes, who does not have any statistical showing so far on the year in terms of that talent, but has been alongside, one of the premier guys, Austin Kupik, who owns a 2.36 ERA in 19 innings this year, but has thrown 10.2 more innings than Governor Frank, who is second on the roster with 8.1 innings. However, again, important to note the Dudes have only played a limited number of games this season against West Coast League competition, so not exactly a lot of sample size to go off of for the Dudes. And that'll bring us into today's starting lineup for Redmond, who will bat first in this non-league contest. Declan Brown's the catcher going first. It'll be Hunter Comine, the center fielder, coming next and batting second. Kahia Torreya is going to be the DH hitting third. Peter Halabal, the first baseman in the cleanup spot. Alex Greb is in right hitting fifth. Will Sell will be in left field tonight for Redmond and batting sixth. Emilio Feliciano is going to be the shortstop batting seventh. Ty Quiggle at the third base spot and hitting eighth, and Cutter Wardell is going to be in the ninth slide of the order for the Redmond Dudes. The Ridgefield Raptors bring out a familiar lineup, but a few notable changes. Desan Harris in center. It'll be Julian Nunez out there at the second base position. Or shortstop, Hunter Kashke is the first baseman who gets the start hitting third, and it's going to be Richard Tejeda, the catcher, tonight hitting cleanup. Jack Salmon is in left hitting fifth. Ryder Cutlip, it will be going to Gonzaga and plays in right tonight for the Raptors. Colin Marion is at third, batting seventh. Spencer Siegel is the DH in the eighth slot in the order, with Andrew Grenner, the second baseman, batting last for the Raptors. Again, that's the full starting 9 for Ridgefield as they play the Redmond Dudes in a non-league game here today. Is part of the last of the non-league games for the Raptors. In fact, 3 others were played. Raptors are 2-1 in such contests so far this year. One was in the Columbia River Cup, an exhibition, though, on May 30th. Did not count towards the WCL standings. And then the Raptors played 2 against the Northwest Star Nighthawks earlier on in June. And so off those games, Raptors are coming into today and will finish out their non-league schedule of just 4 games with the conclusion of this one. But Raptors are going to come out in the home black jerseys this time, with the home white pants and the maroon socks. That'd be, of course, the usual Ridgefield white logo on top of the black cap tonight for Ridgefield. Redmond in its red with gray pants and a red stripe down either side, and you've got the black caps as well and the gray brims. But Redmond has warmed up in black jerseys as well, so you might see A few different switches and combinations for Redmond, which has sort of put things together here for this game. A lot of players that swap in and out. For those that are unfamiliar, the Dudes are a prep team from the Pacific International League, and they'll also have multiple teams, so it's not just one team that represents Redmond. This is the 18 and over squad, but you've got teams that play down to about 10 years old and start from there. And very competitive academy basically for baseball. They'll play all over the country, and so that's what you've got in Redmond here, but definitely will be the underdog, needless to say, here to Ridgefield in this non-league game, and will be definitely a step up in class and a challenge for the Dudes. Nobody has beat from those prep squads the Raptors yet. Of course, the Black Bears, a West Coast League opponent, just didn't count towards the regular season standings on May 30th. Did get the job done, but interestingly enough, Raptors did lose this game last year to Redmond. They were 0-1 in such contests against the Dudes, and so this annual game will be kind of a revenge spot for Ridgefield, though it should be the favorite. And again, Ridgefield 9-0 in the second half in the West Coast League, 19-16 on the year, 2-1 in non-league, and this will not count towards there. I did have a good interview with Colby Wallace before the game. Of course, Colby Wallace is the Cal State Fullerton transfer to Loyola Marymount, and he's been slugging it around the yard for the Raptors early on in his Raptors career. And I want you to take a listen to what he had to tell me about how the season is going on so far in Ridgefield ahead of the Raptors and the Dudes. I'm here with Colby Wallace, just down the third baseline at the Rourke, right before Raptors are playing the Dudes. And Colby, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just been grinding out the season for the boys. It's been a lot of fun here.
Yeah, and with this season, what are you kind of looking to accomplish and get out of here in the West Coast League second half?
For sure. I was a guy kind of came in a little bit later, so I'm looking to get a good amount of at-bats, get my work in, get better, obviously make some relationships down here. It's been a good time. Been on a little streak, so just been enjoying the ride.
Speaking of the relationships, did you know anybody coming into this team?
No. I just actually transferred into LMU. Heard they had 2 guys actually coming in, so had to meet a few of those guys, a few other guys. Had some third-party relationships with a few of the guys. But it's been a good time. Got some good dudes out here. Love to play ball, so it's been a good time.
And you were at Cal State Fullerton, so what was that process like to make your commitment now to LMU?
For sure. It was just a little different. I was looking for something. I didn't think that was the right fit for me. Just happened to find LMU was the right fit. Love the coaching staff down there, and they gave me an opportunity I couldn't pass up.
You guys like Andrew Greiner give you any heads up or any advice going into your first fall and everything with the team?
For sure. I've been talking to them a lot. Obviously, they've been through it, so talking to the coaching staff, see what the fall's going to be like, summer, what's the expectations, a few of those things. Just basic shop, but getting to know a few of those things is pretty nice before getting up there.
Yeah, you've been pretty good at the plate as of late, so I'm just wondering, what's been your approach like when you're up there hitting?
Not try to do too much. We have a team that I feel like can hit a lot of home runs, hit for contact when we need to, bunt when we need to. So just keeping it simple, trying to stay over the shortstop, not get too big, and just let the team play.
It's been pretty hot outside recently. Are you used to this being, over there in California? And then secondly, would you rather play in the cooler conditions?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know. California's been pretty nice recently. It's been sunny and 80 to 85, so I'm kind of missing out a little bit right now. But I don't know. The entire summer I've been moving around Arizona, whatever. Been up to 120 at one point, so been dealing with the heat. It's whatever. If you want to play baseball, you got to deal with it. So it's been a good time.
One of the things that we've seen a lot here in the West Coast League is turf fields. I know Walker Stadium though has full dirt and every diamond and everything. But do you like the turf or do you like playing on dirt and grass more?
Personally, I like turf. I came into college playing at the University of Washington, all turf field. I like the way my body feels after playing on turf, like how far you slide and everything, but there's something about just the grass and dirt. It's classic to the game, something you can't take away, so I like both.
And last thing, who's your biggest baseball inspiration?
Ooh, that's a good one. Honestly, I'd probably say just being a kid again, just that joy that it brings you. That's my biggest inspiration for playing this game, just how much fun you had when you were 4 years old playing t-ball or whatever. That's what keeps me coming back every single day, so it's been a good time.
All right, those are all the questions that I had for you. Thanks so much. That was Colby Wallace joining me just before the game, and thanks to him for coming on. Again, that was Colby Wallace, transfer from Cal State Fullerton to LMU. He is going to be there for the Raptors and been having a good year so far and expects to finish out the summer strong. But once again on the mound for the Raptors just before this matchup against the Dudes, Wyatt Adams coming in from Whitman. Had a decent year up there near Walla Walla, and now will be out there the righty for this solo game in his Raptor career here in the non-league matchup. Declan Brown going to lead things off as well, the infielder for Redmond. Brown has played in 5 games so far this year, 8 hits, and he sees the first pitch outside at 87. That's how we begin at 6:36. First pitch. Temperatures at about 92 degrees out there. There's a big bender, and it misses high for a strike. And wind blowing about 10 miles an hour to the northwest. Nothing too crazy that hasn't been seen here at the Rourke, but a little bit of bias towards Bright Field. And now Adams earns a strike over the outside corner. Umpires in this game, David Volley is going to be calling the balls and strikes with Dan Garvey at first base for the moment, but he'll be the base umpire. The 2-1. And that is left upstairs near the higher part of the jersey numbers for Declan Brown, the infielder. Redmond and Ridgefield in a tie ball game at 0 here in the top of the first. This ball is not connected with by Brown's bat. The count's going to run full to the catcher. And this will be a Redmond lineup that is a bit squeezed on the bench, not a full capacity over there. This ball just dips low out of the hand of Adams. That is a walk to Declan Brown, and that's how the Redmond offense starts in this one. It'll be Hunter Comine, who's at 188 in 4 games against the WCL this year. First pitch is coming down. And that'll just miss away. And for Comine, his last time out was June 25th at the Harbor Cats. He went 0 for 4 with a RBI. 1 walk, 1 strikeout, stole the base 2 times. And takes off on a 1-0. Tejeda's going to go to first and just misses Declan Brown. The catcher slid barely back into first base, and certainly the timing was right. I believe just missed the tag of Hunter Kashke at first. The 2-0 will be thrown here. So Adams goes to first and does not get the runner. And take a quick look around the Raptors defense in this one. It'll be Richard Tejeda at the catcher spot. Hunter Kashke is having duties at first. Andrew Grennert, the second baseman in the contest for the Raps, with Julian Nunez, the shortstop. Kyle Marion is at third. Jack Salmon in left and going to Hawaii out there for the Raptors. Deshaun Harrison center with Ryder Cutlip in right field. That is the 9 for the Raptors on defense. 3-0. Adams leaks one over the zone at 88. And for Adams, comes in, he's played 3 seasons with Whitman. He's made kind of the similar seasons out of his appearances, as that is ball 4, second straight walk for Adams. He did have a 52-inning year in 2023. That was his highest innings of work throughout his 3-year career in Whitman. Pitched 31 2/3 in 2022 and just 13 this spring. Kahe Taria is going to step in the DH. And sees a strike on the outside corner. No score here in the first inning between Ridgefield and Redmond. Torria has only played in one game. He went 0 for 2 with the walk at Walla Walla on June 14th. And takes a big cut through a nasty curve. Adams, there's that fastball, slider, the curve. See the changeup mixed in. 4-pitch mix here for the righty starter for Ridgefield. Goes to the curve, and he tossed it upstairs. So has a hefty beard in this matchup with the ginger hair, though it might be a bit hot to be sporting the beard these days. Temperatures low 90s. And that'll be outside. The count's even. Interesting, some clubs out there, obviously not the Raptors, but there's some clubs in MLB, as high as MLB, that have a policy against facial hair, or as crazy as that is. Now the 2-2. There's a ball upstairs, and it is going to be a full count here. Dudes holding themselves well right now. Have walked twice to get on a couple runners. We'll have a 3-2. And this is not the kind of start that Wyatt Adams wanted to his debut.
I want to be like you for someday. Well, I want to be as old as he is.
And this one is upstairs. They do not say that Torres swings, and he will be on for the Dudes as Peter Hollowbaugh is the first baseman. He will be designated, or pardon me, in the cleanup hitting spot for Redmond here. And not a spot that Adams wanted to be in if you're just tuning in. Declan Brown, Hunter Comine, and Kahia Torria all walk to get on against Adams here in this scenario as he gets a short talk from Chris Cota, who's the head coach and in-game pitching coach at that for the Raptors. So he is asking his righty to hopefully get back in the zone here. Obviously early on, and the Raptors again have been hot on offense as in the last few weeks. Had another double-digit game against Springfield, but might need a little more offense than they would have thought early on. Here's the pitch to Hollowbaugh. He does drive it to the right side of the infield. It's past the dive of Hunter Kashke. Rolls all the way to the corner. Ryder Cutlip finally fields it, but it's not before two dudes come around. Brown and Comine are in. 2-0 Redmond here in the first. And Hollowbaugh just deposited that right where Kashke couldn't get it. Down the line. And now Alex Greb is the hitter for Redmond. Greb, the right fielder, standing a bit taller than most of his teammates. He's at 200 in one game. It's just 1 for 5, though, in the Harbor Cats win on June 25th. And this ball is hit over to second base, scooped up by Grenner, and he goes to first and gets the out. And there is one down. It'll be Will Sell, left fielder for Ridgefield. Will Self stepping in here, and the Adams trying to get out of the jams. Got two runners on. And he just put one outside, ball one. Raptors here again this game, not counting towards the West Coast League second half where they've been 9-0 to start that half. This ball is going to be sliced and foul out of play down the right field line. Purcell's played in 4 games, 2 hits, 4 runs, 1 RBI, 7 walks, 5 Ks, and 3 stolen bases. Doing a little bit of everything so far for Redmond. Here comes the 1-strike offer. This one creeps low for a ball. Raptors again will be off tomorrow. And then also find themselves in a league game again when they go to Walker Stadium on July 18th, Thursday. This ball is outside again, and Adams does have first base open, but if he walks, Sell will be his fourth time walking a dude in this inning. Redmond showing some powerful patience in this inning. This 3-1 is just tapped foul, and big part of the Raptors' winning streak throughout these 9 games has certainly been the ability to take the lead early and will not put themselves in the brightest position here. Have had some comebacks that have been necessary too. 3-2 offer. This ball is gunned down into right field. Ryder Cutlet battles the sun, makes the grab. He's going to go to the infield where it is bobbled away by Kashke. That's going to be a sac fly and RBI for Will Sell. He drives around Torria, and it is now 3-0 Redmond. And really a surprising start again for a prep team, bringing out the youngsters to get some experience here against Ridgefield. They are putting on a show so far in the first. Pitch down. This one is leaked to the outside corner at 88 for a strike. Emilio Feliciano. Feliciano is the man up there. Feliciano has played in 4 games at .294. And slashes it foul on the first base side. It's 0-2. Shortstops had 2 runs, 2 RBI, a couple strikeouts. Trying to take advantage of what's been given to him again. 3 walks so far for Wyatt Adams as he dished it outside and making his only Raptors appearance of the season. Expected to go a few innings in what's an exhibition here for Ridgefield. Adams has the ball, comes set. The 1-2. And there's a swing and a miss. Wyatt Adams out of the first. After finding himself in a little bit of trouble, there are 3 runs in the inning on 1 hit. Redmond has no errors against him on the other side for the Raptors and 1 left on. Let's go to the bottom of the first. Ridgefield coming to bat for the first time in this non-league game when we come back.
Sometimes you just want more. So unleash the power of Burgerville Rewards. While others merely go out, enjoy a meal, and go home, you, the genius that you are, capitalize on every burger, every shake, and every fry to get even more burgers, more shakes, and more fries. Oh, and every dollar you spend supports local ranchers, farmers, and producers. So join Burgerville Rewards today, because you deserve more.
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
Raptors already down 3-0 to Redmond, and we are just in the bottom of the first here from the Rourke. My name is Patrick McCall. Thanks for tuning into the broadcast here today, and do have a quick message from ANNCR. Quantum Fiber is the unleashing internet value you'll love. Now get 500 meg internet for $50 a month, and with Price for Life Internet, keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability. Quantum Fiber Internet, your world unleashed. So the Raptors bring out Deshaun Harris, Julian Nunez, and Hunter Kashke, the first three, due up here to try and counter a surprising offensive inning for the Dudes. Put up 3 against Wyatt Adams there in the first, but it'll be a good showing here for this top of the order. More than likely, these 3 have been hot. Deshaun Harris hitting .309 in 22 games at the top of the order, and did have his hit streak end his last time out. It was at 5 games when he went into the Sunday spree against Springfield. Had a walk and 1 strikeout, and see what Deshaun can do for the Raptors order to start things off. Starting pitcher for Redmond, Governor Offrank, and he'll get going. And he laces it in the zone for a strike. Again, Offrank came into this with just over 10 innings of action this year. He's been the pitcher to see the second most innings as a dude against WCL competition. That is a strike over the heart of the plate, 0-2. And we're going to see now the 2-strike offer. Harris got to protect. And he drills it foul on the first base side. And Raptors in this game in a non-league as Harris steps back in and have Nunez on deck. Kashke coming next. Offrank sprays a strike low at 85, and Harris cannot catch up with it. 1 down in the first.
Stepping to the plate, number 15, your shortstop from Pepperdine, Julian.
It'll be Julian Nunez here.
I'm not saying it's because of that.
Nunez wearing 15 from Pepperdine. He's 1 for 5 his last time out.
Even for the professional golfers, it appears like.
And he sees a ball inside. He's at 237 in 11 games and was 2 for 4 in the second game of the series against Springfield, 1 for 4 in game 1. This pitch is hit on the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-1, and for Offrank in his last start was at Nanaimo. All the way up there in Canada, he had 5 innings, allowed 3 runs, 2 of them earned. 3 hits, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts for the lefty. Offrank trying not to lose Nunez here and get another one of these Redmond dudes who are in their prep career looking to advance on to play in the shoes of players in the Raptors someday. So that pitch is hit back foul. And Ridgefield looking pretty different already than they did in their last non-league game against the Nighthawks. Northwest Star was in town for 2 back in June. Raptors swept. That is fouled away, and it's earlier on in the year, but the Raptors have added some new offensive pieces to this point. They've had some significant losses as of late as well, and Quinton Moreland, Dylan Stewart will be going through moving forward. They've been 2 of the elite pitchers for the Raptors this season. 2-2. Fouled back, and off that point, Raptors also have added some new arms. Blake Hammond, the newest addition into the nest with Jake Geist. And he will be out there for Ridgefield. Those 2 coming in and pretty familiar with the program. Of course, Loyola Marymount is the school for Jake Geist, so does have some connection with teammate Andrew Grenard already here. This ball is fouled away again by Nunez. 3-0 score in favor of Redmond here in the bottom of the first. The other pitcher, Blake Hammond, will be out there in left field right now from Northwest Nazarene. Here's the 2-2. And down goes Nunez. Cuts on that curve outside, and it is 2 straight strikeouts for Governor Offrank to start out his night in the first inning.
Now stepping up to the plate, number 24, baseman tonight from Utah Tech.
This is Hunter Kashke, the first baseman who steps in for the Raptors. The outfielder played in that Springfield series. Really good 3 games for him there. So he sees a curve loop over to the zone for a strike. Kashke from Utah Tech. He went and had 3 hits in the first 2 games of that series. 3 extra base hits in 6 of those as well. Found himself with a home run in the game number 2 with a couple RBIs that would put the Raptors up early in that one, and they did not look back, winning 10-2. This ball is going to be played into the sky in the infield. Feliciano comes on the shortstop and makes the grab. So the side is retired. Raptors go a short order. In the first inning, there are no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on. Ridgefield down 3-0 to Redmond as we head to the second.
At Dick Hanna, we know that buying a car can feel like you're in some overdramatic reality show. There's
shocking news.
6 weeks to get the red one?
And people who aren't here to make friends.
Honey, look confident. The salesperson is coming.
At Dick Hanna, our huge inventory of 14 brands and 600 plus used vehicles means we have something for everyone. So skip all the... At Dick Hanna, we believe in nice and making nice your reality.
We've been perfecting the process since 1989. And since we're family run, we keep the community in mind. RVs, boats, campers, trailers, if you're missing some glass, we can make it custom tailored. Windshields or rock chips or any shattered mess, give us a call at Hampton Auto Glass.
Raptors down 3-0 with Wyatt Adams now back out on your screen, the righty on the mound. And we have a message from ANNCR. You're free now, free to experience the internet like you've always imagined. Free to stream, game, and share like never before. It's because Quantum Fiber Internet unleashes what you need to make the most of your online life. Speed, reliability, and seamless Wi-Fi coverage for your home or business, and it all comes at a value you'll love. Now get 500 meg internet for $50 a month from Quantum Fiber, and with Price for Life Internet, keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability. That's 500 meg internet for just $50 a month and a rate you can rely on, all from Quantum Fiber. Welcome to Internet Freedom. It's your world unleashed. Raptors facing Ty Quiggle from Redmond here. Quiggle will be at third tonight for the Dudes and steps in against Adams, who had a rocky first inning. But Quiggle has played in 5 games, not earned a hit yet. This ball dash outside for a strike, and West Coast League with many of their teams right now in the All-Star break. Raptors will be in the same scenario after this game. That is outside and ball 2. Ball 1, pardon me. But in the 2024 draft earlier this week, you had 54 current and former West Coast League players selected in the draft. So that is cut on and missed 1 and 2. And so it's been a premier pipeline from West Coast League to pro ball here in the Pacific Northwest. 1-2. There's another curve that just tugged off, and breaking it down further, you had 22 alumni in the first 10 rounds. 5 of the 54 are players that are active in the WCL this summer. There's a ball that's hit right back up the middle, a base hit. And Ty Quiggle is on for Redmond here in the second inning. Redmond's offense continues to spray it well. A couple hits, but 3 runs. More importantly, Cutter Wardell has come up. Second baseman wearing red here tonight for the Dudes, and Raptors will move to double play depth. Adams gathers, now fires home. He is just going to push that away. Probably the biggest notch on the draft night for the West Coast League was the first overall pick. As the 1-0 will come down. Gets to the backstop, and Tejeda will give it chase, but that is going to be a pass ball, and Ty Quiggle is advanced into second base. Cutter Wordle, the second baseman, still up there. He's got a runner in scoring position here in the second. 2-0. There's another big bender that sprays outside, and I was talking about the draft, but Travis Bazana was the man coming all the way over and had time in Australia at Oregon State. But prior to that freshman year with the Beavers, won the West Coast League MVP with the Corvallis Knights in 2021. Hit .429 to capture that title, set a single season record in the WCL. Led the league in runs with 46, 81 hits, total bases 112, and 5 triples. And he'll get outside, and another walk for Adams. Dudes all of a sudden have runners at the corners, up 3-0 here. And for Lozano, who was selected first overall by the Cleveland Guardians, was honored there with that coveted MVP trophy in 2021, won the whole thing as well with the Knights. That season is really premier selection, and also mental to the amount of talent here in the WCL. So Adams will throw home to Brown and gun it upstairs. It is 1-0. Adams, since the start of this one back in the first, had 3 straight walks, then allowed a double. It is 1-0. That misses outside and struggled here a little bit for the Raptors in this scenario. Had 3 straight walks given out to Brown, Comine, Torria, the DH, all getting on before that double by Hollabaugh. And Adams has ball 3 thrown to the outside now. He's trying to locate with his off-speed stuff here. It's been a little bit of a struggle for the righty. Adams coming home. This is a strike over the zone, 3-1, and for Brown, a guy that walked back there in the first, but as long as he can see some strikes start to force these hitters to swing, won't be so easy to sit back on it. Just like that one is drawn over to first base. And Ridgefield down by 3, but again, a team that's been hot offensively and facing an opponent they think they could get to better than most. Wordle at first, Quiggle at third for Redmond. This 3-2 is bounced up the middle. It's going to be Nunez playing it at second, then back to first for the double play. Sweet play by Julian Nunez, gets 2 down. Redmond does score and makes it 4-0. And we're going to have a quick chat with David Volley and Dan Garvey, who for a second were discussing the out call at first. It is then confirmed as an out. So it's Hunter Comine, the center fielder. Walked and scored a run in the first. Comes up here with the bases empty. Sees the ball get upstairs, and Raptors over the course of the next few weeks will try to reload and the best they can. Might have some players eventually leaving to get ready for college and the fall and getting their situation prepped there, but Ridgefield expected to maybe have some couple of late additions, but will try to go into the postseason with what they have if they can get there. It's a ball outside, and talk with Coda about the situation. Chris Coda, the head coach of the Raptors, and kind of told me sometimes you got to bring in guys late or have a guy be added just at the last second to make sure they can be eligible late in the year. The West Coast League rule is about 5 league games that you can qualify to play with that same team in the postseason. And so Ridgefield will hope to get that out of the position players that make their way in late. So we'll have the 2-2 here with 2 out. Hunter Comine, center fielder, battles at the plate. And that's a ball outside. Count is full. Ridgefield so far in this game offensively went down in the first inning without getting on. 3 up, 3 down. And this is ball 4 to the outside from Wyatt Adams. 5th time he has walked a dude in this game. And Redmond, all signs go on offense with that walk. Kahi Torea is the DH who has walked in the first. Scored a run there. And now he puts it in play to the right side of the infield with Grenard fielding it off a high chop and flipping it first, and that is the end of the inning. Ridgefield in the second allows 1 run on 1 hit. There are no errors and 1 left on. We play into the third inning, or pardon me, the bottom of the second. Ridgefield still, though, down 4-0, needing to come back here against Redmond.
You want to hear about A? Listen to this. This is what it sounds like to stay and play at A. And with our new luxury hotel featuring an indoor-outdoor pool, dining with incredible views, and more, it sounds even better. This is what it sounds like at the area's premier dining, gaming, and entertainment destination. A. Sounds like fun. Book your stay now at ilaniresort.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Ridgefield Main Street is dedicated to historic preservation, beautification, and a thriving downtown. We support our merchants and our community, and thank you for shopping small. Join us for Main Street Day in our fall wine walk. Discover downtown for unique shopping, dining, and exploring the arts. Spend your Main Street moolah at most shops, restaurants, and the food carts. More information at ridgefeldmainstreet.com. Go Raptors, and we'll see you downtown.
Raptors need a little rally here in the bottom of the second inning. Richard Tejeda up there for your Raps. He is going to be doing the cleanup duty in the catcher position as well. Governor Offrank on your screen again from Redmond goes. And he missed it low, and Redmond will be out here a little undermanned against Richard Tejeda, but for all that have certainly got off to the kind of start they would have wanted with the 4 spot, and that is blasted foul. But Tejeda's at 269 in 17 games, and Raptors still trying to adjust here to the tempo of Offrank from Orange, California. Tejeda going into what should be a good year with the Trojans of USC. As he does dish this one back up the middle and a base hit. Raptors have their first on the base pads in the second.
Now coming up to the plate is number 16, your designated hitter,
going to see now Jack Salmon, returning Raptor from Hawaii. So he steps in, hitting .233 in 26 games. Off rank from the stretch and gets a foul. And first time we'll really get to see Redmond in a little bit of a pinch here defensively. Another big thing here for the Dudes, as do not have a whole lot of players on the bench. I think it was 4 or 5 that I counted coming off the lineup card to be available in this game, either to pitch or to hit. Not just talking about one side of things. So the Dudes currently don't have anybody, obviously not going in the bullpen, but just sitting down there. And it'll likely be scramble to get somebody up and going later on. Tejeda still at first, the 0-2. That is inside to Salmon, and it's all part of the reason the Dudes probably really needed to take this early lead, because definitely do not have the favorable roster depth in this game. Raptors pretty much doubling up in that department. Now Jack Salmon forks it into right with a nice base hit. And the Raptors have back-to-back hits in the second inning. Now have 2 on, nobody out. As Ryder Cutlip makes his way to the dish, the right fielder for Ridgefield.
Stepping up to the plate is number 28.
Cutlip wears number 28 from Meridian, Idaho, with Gonzaga and the Bulldogs coming up in the fall. Now the first pitch from Allfrank is one that stands up high, is ball 1. Raptors looking for some quality at-bats here, and Cutlip, of course, no stranger to the limelight, a 2-time state champion back in his prep career. That was a little bit about certainly making these kind of trips like Redmond is seeing here throughout his time in summer ball, and also a water polo player as well with the Sawtooth Sockeyes college team. Multi-sport athlete. This ball is upstairs, and count is 3-0. Raptors had the base hit for Richard Tejeda, the catcher. Then Jack Salmon came behind him. Left fielder at first. Ridgefield down 4. Allfrank threw it to the plate without even looking as he started his delivery and left it inside for ball 4.
Coming to the plate is number 3.
Some feature of athleticism there, and Colby Wallace, the third baseman, digs in. So you're starting to see this Ridgefield offense that's been mentioned a few times throughout the pregame show and into this one as Redmond visits. But just to give you the reminder for those that are a little unfamiliar, Raptors in their last game, only 6 runs against the Drifters, which not a bad mark, but 14 hits in that one as well. Survived making 4 errors in Game 2 of the Springfield series, put up 10 runs on 13 hits and 16 in Game 1. Now, given that was a 13-inning contest, but Ridgefield still did very well. And now, with the offense set up here in the second inning, Ridgefield will try to work towards the trend that's been put up in recent games. As Cal Mamarian gets a handle on the barrel, hitting 167 in 23 games. And takes this outside. Went 1 for 3 in his last game in Springfield with an RBI there, a walk. Of course, again, Mamarian could go 4 for 4, but none of these stats would be counted towards his regular season in the WCL. And he lopes it foul to the backstop in an inning that's set up familiar to the way that Redmond had its rally back in the first inning, put the first 3 runners on. We're able to score multiple runs in that inning. 1-1. Left high for Mamarian, and now the problem for off Frank is he's not going to have anywhere to put the Gonzaga Bulldog he's facing at the plate. Tejeda 90 feet away, the closest Raptors runner to home. This ball is lifted into right center with some carry. It is going to be caught, tracked down by Greb, and he throws way wide of home plate. Tejeda easily scores, and there's a sac fly for Kyle Mamarian. Raptors on the board. It's 4-1. Spencer Siegel due up, the DH. Siegel from St. Martin in Santa Monica, California. He's 6'4", 200. Out there in the orange cleats for the Raps, and last one in league play 0-for-1 a few nights back against the Drifters. He tried to connect with that first pitch and missed, 0-1. Spencer does have a hit in a non-league game against Northwest Star and the Nighthawks, but not got one in league play just yet. Now he takes the 0-1 into right field. He's got a little bit of carry towards Greb as he settles under the baseball. Now is going to gun it to third, and Jack Salmon is able to stand up in there.
Way to hustle, Jack.
That'll be the second out for the Raptors offense in this inning. And Andrew Grennert stands in as the last chance for Ridgefield.
Your second baseman from Loyola Marymount, Andrew Grennert.
I was talking with Colby Wallace before the game and said Andrew Grennert, one of those guys that's giving him advice on kind of what to expect in the fall as Wallace goes into LMU with Grennert. Now Cutlip want to go to second. He will be in there with a slide. Cutlip takes second base, no throw for the catcher Brown. And now Ridgefield with two away is a couple in scoring position. Jack Salmon still at third. Off Frank coming home. This will be a ball upstairs, and Ridgefield after this one will bus out to short trip to Portland. That'll be technically game 3 of the first series of the year in the WCL, I should say. Finished off in the second half. That is slam foul. For those that were wondering, Ridgefield played 26 in the first half. They have scheduled 28 here in the second, and despite that game being initially scheduled in the first half, will go towards the second half standings for Ridgefield. So will be an important one there to play against the Pickles. Here's a pitch that grinds in towards Grennert, 2-2. Of course, the first half of the South was a decisive victory for the Knights, who finished 22-5. Raptors down 4-1. Bottom of the second inning, the pitch down to Grennert. And he just ropes it down the line to third. That is going to be a hit and score. Jack Salmon. Ryder Cutlip joins the party at home plate. It's 4-3. Ridgefield down just one.
Thank you to Safeway Albertsons for that cash donation to the Clark County Food Bank.
It's Deshaun Harris, the center fielder. He struck out in the first. And from OU, he steps in.
This 2-out rally going. Here comes number 12, your center fielder from Oklahoma, Deshaun Harris.
Harris will be up here after having a good start to the year. In 309, and now tries to get a brand new little hit streak going after ending his 5-game hit streak earlier on. And that is a ball upstairs. Broke that up on the Sunday spot against Springfield. But here's one of the guys from Oklahoma that was brought in for the Raps this season, Patrick Inscove. One of those that are out as a Sooner for Ridgefield. And that'll be upstairs to Desan. Of course, Isco, before the end of the summer and his time in Ridgefield, did select to move on to play with Arkansas State and the Red Wolves. A little bit closer to his home in Little Rock, but has had some injury difficulties and will not be with Raptors for the last month of the year. As that is a ball upstairs. They're still facing the 3-0 with 2 away. Raptors trying to rally, at least get themselves back with a lead after being blitzed early on by Redmond. That is a strike right over the heart of the plate by Offrank, and still has nobody up in the pen behind him, and Ridgefield was taken aback by that 3 spot in the first inning by Redmond. Allowed just 1 more in the second inning. The combined 4 coming on 2 hits. And Harris went to take a big cut at that one. It bent through the zone. It is full.
Full count, fans. Time to make some noise.
Ridgefield with a good showing for those non-league fans in most of the seats down the third and first base line. Tot truck open down there in left. Some good vibes on this Tuesday. And Harris forks it into the air. Blue sky and white clouds cover the baseball as that is just off the screen, a foul ball. And certainly a nice night here. Ridgefield lucky at home. Did not have any rainouts at the work this year. Rarely ever had a moment we've had a drizzle as well. Given the heat has been turned up just a bit in recent weeks, but in a very calm atmosphere for the most part in Ridgefield this season. See the full count pitch from Offrank to Harris. And he plumps this one into the air. It's got some carry down the right field line. Greb is going to go towards the foul line and make the catch in fair territory, and that is the end of the inning. Ridgefield in this second is able to put up 3. They do so on 3 hits with no errors in the inning and leave a couple on, but we are going to go to the third inning. Ridgefield and Redmond in a battle. Dudes up by 1.
Ridgefield Main Street partners with the Raptors and invites you to discover downtown for shopping, dining, and exploring the arts. We're working to keep our small town charm intact by supporting our merchants and the community. Join us for Main Street Day and our fall wine walk. Spend your Main Street moolah at most shops and restaurants. We have 4 active committees and are always looking for volunteers. More information at ridgefieldmainstreet.com. See you downtown, and go Raptors!
Attention Raptors fans. After a 5-year hiatus, the West Coast League All-Star Game is back and better than ever. Join us in Bellingham at Joe Martin Field on July 17th for an unforgettable night of big hits, epic catches, and non-stop excitement. The day will be jam-packed with family-friendly activities, including a fan fest and skills challenge. Get your tickets now at bellstickets.com. We'll see you at the ballpark.
For over 70 years, Columbia Credit Union has put people first, supporting its Main Street neighbors with high-earning accounts and the best possible rates. That's because its core values of people, community, and financial wellness are behind everything that Columbia Credit Union does, from checking and savings to home mortgage, credit cards, and business banking. Drop by a branch or visit columbiacu.org to see the credit union difference yourself. Columbia Credit Union, investing in values since 1952.
Raptors down 4-3. We're on the top of the third here from the Rourke. We do have a quick message before I announce the pitching change here. The Ridgefield Raptors are back. The best summer affordable family entertainment in Southwest Washington. Come see college wood-bat baseball in Ridgefield this summer. Bring your family or group to a game and enjoy a spectacular setting in Southwest Washington. Go to ridgefieldraptors.com for schedule and ticket information. Raptors bringing out Drew Townsend. He's committed to Fresno State. Last pitched at Cal State Bakersfield and redshirted as a junior in the spring. He has a 9 ERA in 7 appearances this year as a Raptor. And the Dudes send up their 4th hole hitter, Peter Hollowbaugh, the first baseman. He drives it through the zone. It is at 93 for a strike, and Hollowbaugh had the double. Scored 2 RBIs there in the first inning. Just one batting glove here for Hollowbaugh. Bit of a unique look, and hardly something you see in these days, but it'll be unique. Townsend, also from Bakersfield College, pitched there at the JUCO level for a couple of seasons as a freshman and sophomore. Has the count of 1-2. He just left it outside, and Townsend was at Centennial High School, 2021 grad there, had 3 grand slams his senior year of the Golden Hawks, and now draws a fair ball up the middle. Nunez is going to take it going left to right, and we'll be able to throw out the runner Hollowbaugh for the first out in the 3rd. And with that out down, it's Alex Grebb, the right fielder. He's grounded out so far in the game, and here comes Townsend. Leaves it upstairs. You can also close the line of the starter for Ridgefield, his first and only appearance as a Raptor this year, Wyatt Adams. 2 innings, 4 runs, 2 hits, 5 walks, and 1 strikeout for the starter. As this pitch is going to be roped into right center. That'll be trouble, and down for a hit as Cutlip is able to retrieve it, but it's a base knock for Alex Grebb, and the offense is in motion for Redmond. Will Sell, the left fielder, had the sac fly. RBI in the first inning. He steps in for Redmond in red. And the Dudes will need to keep this offensive pressure on against the new pitcher, Townsend. He steps up the heat, mid-90s with that fastball. Hit 94 with a strike low. Something you'll see for Townsend, his pitch mix. A lot of fastballs involved. Does have good velocity behind it. Is 0-1. It's going to be lumbered out of the sky on the first base side. And Townsend, his last time out was against Cowlitz and the Black Bears, but that was 9 days ago. Allowed 3 runs in 2 innings, couple walks, couple strikeouts for the righty. Here's the 0-2. That is hit foul again on the right field side, and fans starting to get a little nice breeze coming in from their backs. If you're sitting on that left field lawn out there, don't have the sun in your eyes and can get the effect of the breeze that typically blows to right. As this 0-2's hit foul again on the first base side, and it's good atmosphere down there in left, and not a surprise, a lot of the Raptors fans will make their way down to that side of the field, and still got a lawn to sit on in right. If you'd like to come out to the Rourke, be near the visiting dugout with the 0-2 coming down. And this is a ball downstairs. Counts 1-2. Raptors in this inning have only allowed 3 hits so far to Redmond. 4 have come across. 2 hits to score 3 themselves. Both offenses have been rather efficient. Less hits than runs. There's a close pick over to first on Grebb, and he will be just back in. Redmond looking for another upset win here, and the Dudes have played a few in the WCL this year, as that is strike 3 over the zone. Will Sell frozen on that. It is the second out. But the Dudes did get a couple wins against the West Coast League this year. Have not been one to just push around. Did beat the Lefties back on May 29th and 30th. 10-7 and 3-2. This is a ball in the turf. 1-0. Are capable of getting that kind of upset win done, but Redmond also had a 8-1 win against the Harbor Cats on June 25th. Runner's going to go to second. Greb slides, and he is just ahead of the throw by Tejeda. Good stolen base for the right fielder. He moves into scoring position. Redmond sticking aggressive on the game plan, and Dudes will look for their fourth win against the WCL this year. The righty Townsend at the bump, ready to go with his 1-1. And that is hit foul. And Townsend, a guy that might look to chew the middle innings, as Wyatt Adams did start and went 2. But Townsend's season high in innings was 3 at Port Angeles on June 20th. So we know he is capable of that at the least. This will be a ball outside, 2-2. One big thing that Townsend has somewhat against him for a pitch count is that ability to throw the fastball so hard, can wear an arm out rather quick. 2 strikes in the pitch. And this is strike 3, left right at the knees of Emilio Feliciano, and he is down. Raptors against Redmond in the third. Do not allow a run on 1 hit. There are no errors and 1 left on. We have played 2.5 with Redmond still out in front, 4-3 over Ridgefield.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Raptors due up, bottom of the third inning, down 4-3 with Redmond out in front. And the Ridgefield Raptors are back. The Ridgefield Raptors 2024 season starts May 30th at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex in Ridgefield, Washington. The Raptors are Southwest Washington's home team, and a great place to visit each summer with family and friends. Come out for some affordable family entertainment. Enjoy the sights and sounds of baseball and Southwest Washington baseball at its best. At RidgefieldRaptors.com for schedule and ticket information. It's going to be Julian Nunez up there for Ridgefield. Infielder from Pepperdine. Transfer out of the JUCO level, the first pitch. And off-rank gets a foul out of Nunez back here towards the box. Just bouncing to our left, and of course, Nunez back in the day at Classical Academy High School, played 4 years on the varsity squad. Had a lot of D1 potential, but went through the JUCO route. Now he's going to dash this one into left center. Does have some carry, but Comine closes the gap and makes the catch for the first out. Redmond sticking around late in this one. It'll be Hunter Kashke, the first baseman. Kashke so far today, he has popped out.
Hunter Kashke.
give you a recap as well of this one as Kashke is going to drive it into right center. It slashes over towards the right fielder in Crabb, but Comine again makes the catch, and there is 2 away. Richard Tejeda is the catcher, but Raptors are 2-1 in non-league play, as this is their 4th and final in such category this season. Richard Tejeda standing in 1-for-1, the catcher from the Trojans of Southern California. And he will take it low. Ridgefield, its closest margin of victory against non-league play so far this year was an 8-3 win against Northwest Star on Sunday, June 16th. So it is a bit of a surprise to say they are down in this one 4-3 early on, although it is important to note Ridgefield in the games against Northwest Star did have some late comebacks for both of those wins. Now the 1-1. Tejeda is going to pop this one in the infield. It's going to be hollow ball, and Wordle talking before the first baseman makes the catch for Redmond, and that is the inning. Ridgefield in the 3rd, not a lot going. End up with no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on either. And we have played a full 3. Redmond right now in upset mode, up 4-3.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Sometimes you just want more. So unleash the power of Burgerville Rewards. While others merely go out, enjoy a meal, and go home, you, the genius that you are, capitalize on every burger, every shake, and every fry to get even more burgers, more shakes, and more fries. Oh, and every dollar you spend supports local ranchers, farmers, and producers. So join Burgerville Rewards today, because you deserve more.
Drew Townsend still out there for the Raptors. He's the reliever out of the pen and will be in a 4-3 deficit starting the 4th. And Buffalo Wild Wings brings us a message. Craven Wings, diving a flavor overload at Buffalo Wild Wings every Thursday. It's BOGO free boneless wing day. That's right. Buy one order of our mouth-watering wings and get another absolutely free. Gather your herd and head over to Buffalo Wild Wings for a Thursday feast you won't forget. With an array of sauces and seasonings to choose from, there's something to tantalize every taste bud. Don't miss out. BOGO free wings every Thursday at Buffalo Wild Wings, because when it comes to flavor, we don't just wing it, we master it. See you there. Raptors in this competition looking to get into the All-Star break and continue the heater of 9 straight games overall, but that has been threatened here a little bit. Of course, this one not counting towards the WCL record, but it wouldn't be a win that the Raptors would hate to get. And Townsend looks to continue to bring the Raptors through the middle innings. With Ty Quiggle due up for Redmond. Quiggle had the base hit. RBI in the 2nd inning. He steps in to start things off his first time against Andrew Townsend. Redshirt junior going to rock and fire. His pitch is slashed, but right into the glove of Andrew Grenard at second, and there's one away. Carter Wordle has walked in the 2nd. He steps up for Redmond now, as Andrew Townsend comes set again, and here's his first offer. Gets and draws a strike at 94. Little bit of West Coast League action out there on this Tuesday night. Some teams in makeup situations are trying to get over through a series. You've got the North Paws and the Falcons playing tonight, and one is in Kelowna with a 3-0 advantage for the North Paws in the top of the fourth. Being played at Elk Stadium, and then the other West Coast League score of the night. The Corvallis Knights have a 2-1 edge over the Springfield Drifters in the bottom of the fourth from Goss Stadium in Coleman Field. And here down goes the man at the plate, Cutter Wordle. He strikes out, and Townsend in position for a quick 1-2-3. Got the catcher Declan Brown, who has walked and grounded into a double play. Let's see if Townsend can put him down for Ridgefield. Would be first time they put down the Redmond lineup in short order in this one. Highest velo being seen here by Townsend on that last one, 95. This time he goes to a change and missed outside, and Raptors definitely got some guys out of the pen that can reach that mark. Zach Todd, Isaiah Magdaleno, alongside Townsend, all can do it, but that is going to hit the back of Brown, and it is a hit by pitch, and the catcher is at first. Hunter Comine, the center fielder, steps in. He has walked 2 times. Those both against Wyatt Adams, who allowed 5 total in 2 innings against Redmond. Dude still out in front in this one, 4-3. Takes a first pitch offer on the outside corner for a strike, and Dudes in this scenario will hope to have some of these players, what they would like, eventually reach this WCL level. Well, part of the reason they train, and quickly it's strike 2. Ridgefield knows a little bit about that, having their Northwest Star affiliation. Nighthawks will often send players to and from Ridgefield. 0-2 pitch from Townsend. He missed it outside for a ball, and Townsend could be in line to match that season high in innings. Again, it was 3 in Port Angeles on June 20th. This would be his second inning of action if he gets the out here. 1-2 pitch. And he does strike out Comine. The center fielder is down, and now 0 for 1. Raptors in the 4th inning do not allow a run. There are no hits either, no errors given up to the Dudes, and 1 left on. We have played 3.5. Ridgefield still down 4-3 to Redmond, looking for a rally when we come back.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
Dick Hanna, we know that buying a car can feel like you're in some overdramatic reality show. There's
shocking news.
6 weeks to get the red one?
And people who aren't here to make friends.
Honey, look confident. The salesperson is coming.
At Dick Hanna, our huge inventory of 14 brands and 600 plus used vehicles means we have something for everyone. So skip all the... At Dick Hanna, we believe in nice, and making nice your reality.
Redmond still with a starter, Governor off Frank on the bump. He is the lefty in this contest. Going into the bottom of the fourth, the Raptors down 4-3 to the Dudes, and Jack Salmon, the Raptors returner, going to Hawaii in left field, and he will be stepping in 1-for-1. Slashed out a base hit in the second inning, and Raptors will have him up there and going. From Golden West College as well. Sees one leak outside for a strike, and Redmond did get into some trouble the last time the Raptors were out there in the second inning. Allowed 3 runs on 3 hits, but in the third, Raptors went in short order. It's quite a big turnaround after getting the offense going in the second, and tale of 2 innings for sure. Ridgefield didn't like that a lot, had some up and downs where they'll score most of their runs in 1 inning and then come back with nothing the next, as this ball is skied out to left and caught by the left fielder Will Sell. There's 1 down. Going to be Ryder Cutlip in right. Stepping into the box here. He's walked and stole a base. Also figured we'd take a look at the West Coast League second half standings. A good time to do so. Not a lot of movement going after tonight. All things considered, most teams on break or in non-league. That's a ball outside. And in the North Division, where we'll start, the Wenatchee Apple Sox back at it, going 5-4 to open up the second half. But the Bells, Lefties, and the Falcons all have the same record. And that pretty much law of average plays out throughout the rest of the North so far this second half. The Riverhawks, Harbor Cats, Night Elves, and North Balls all 4-5. And only a game behind a tie for first. That's a strike in there to Cutlip. That makes up the entire North Division. Then in the South, it has not been the same story. There's a 6.5 game dichotomy between the Raptors and the Drifters. We're at the top and the bottom of the division. That's just fouled by Cutlip. For a moment, base umpire Dan Garvey pointed as if it was fair, but it'll be a foul ball here, 2-2, and Raptors 9-0. They lead the Pickles by a half game, or 9-1. The Knights 5-3, but the Elks 5-4. The Pippins just 4-5. The Black Bears only 2-7. The Swedes 2-8, and the Drifters 1-7. That's the South in the West Coast League second half through the first bit of action into the All-Star break. No Raptor throwing yet in the bullpen as Governor Allfrank will throw his 3-2. And Cutlip cannot connect with a breaking ball at 74. He's the second out in the fourth inning. Colin Marion's the third baseman for Ridgefield. He has a sac fly and RBI in the second inning. Try to work his way on with 2 away. And now he drives this one into shallow center, and that's going to drop down, a base hit. And the Gonzaga Bulldog is having a productive day. Had an RBI earlier, gets a base hit here in the fourth, and the Raptors are in business. Spencer Siegel, the DH, flew out to right in the second inning. See what he can do here against the lefty Governor Allfrank, righty-lefty matchup. See that one just miss outside, and we're just tuning in. The Raptors are down 4-3, but they allowed 3 to Redmond in the first, and an additional run to be down as much as 4-0 in the top of the second. Responded with 3 in the bottom half of that second inning and have not scored since. And Siegel is going to drive a ball, and it gets down into center field. Mamarion's gone around second. He is strolled into third. Siegel's going to try and stretch it, and he is out. Spencer Siegel goes for the extra base, and that is the end of the inning. The Raptors in the fourth get no runs on 2 hits. There are no errors and 1 left on. We'll play into the 5th inning. Redmond up 4-3 over Ridgefield.
We've been perfecting the process since 1989. And since we're family run, we keep the community in mind. RVs, boats, campers, trailers, if you're missing some glass, we can make it custom tailored. Windshields or rock chips or any shattered mess, give us a call at Hampton Auto Glass.
You want to hear about A? Listen to this. This is what it sounds like to stay and play at A. And with our new luxury hotel featuring an indoor-outdoor pool, dining with incredible views, and more, it sounds even better. This is what it sounds like at the area's premier dining, gaming, and entertainment destination. A. Sounds like fun. Book your stay now at ilaniresort.com.
Welcome to the 5th inning. Ridgefield down 4-3 to Redmond. Andrew Townsend still going to be out there going for 3 innings here for Ridgefield. And we do have a quick message from our friends at Taco Bell. Taco lovers unite. It's time to spice up your day with bold flavors from Taco Bell. Those are our iconic crunchy tacos, little burritos, and mouth-watering nachos, all of which are crafted to satisfy your cravings whether you're on the go or kicking back with friends. Taco Bell, it's your go-to spot for flavor-packed fun. Don't wait. Swing by Taco Bell today and taste the excitement in every bite. Kahi Torreya is the DH. He has walked in, grounded out. And the Redmond dude sees a ball upstairs. Quite the contrary colorway here for Torreya. He's got the nice blue barrel and the white handlebar on it, I should say. And nice addition by the dudes personnel as well today, who've taped on the number 1 to the left of the 9 on the back of the jersey. See the 2-0. This is a ball inside, and it is now quickly 3-0. Townsend trying not to lose the hitter here. Townsend in this game has not walked anyone yet. He does get the strike zone with 90 miles an hour. And speaking of the walks for Townsend, been mostly under control, but 10 walks to 8 strikeouts coming into today. The 3-1. That is roped back and fouled off.
We got him here. We got it over. We got him right here. For number 6.
Townsend, his last time out against Cowlitz, did allow the 3 runs in 2 innings. Before that, against the Portland Pickles, went an inning of scoreless work at home as he fires the pitch on a 3-2. Gets a swing, and that is barely carved foul. And his last loss was against Bend at home on June 25th, allowing 3, but in 3 straight home appearances for Townsend in 4 of his 5. Last 5 appearances been here at the Rourke. This will be a swing, and I believe Tejeda has been hit by that or some sort. No call on the pitch either, unless that's fouled. And Tejeda gets the wind knocked out of him as Townsend has a short discussion as well with Dan Garvey. And so this has turned into an interesting play here for Ridgefield. I guess Tejeda has waved off the training staff. Mason Tresize came out for a moment. Must have got the wind knocked out of him on the foul ball. But he appears to be all right. Townsend maybe friendly chat with Dan Garvey. Not sure it was anything about the mechanics because Tejeda was definitely shaken up there. And we'll have the full count again to Kahi Torreya. And he goes through strike. That's another foul ball. And I was early on that call, but Korea just surviving the last 2 pitches. And has barely carved it back to Tejeda behind the plate. Full count delivery once again. And this time he does strike out on the changeup to the outside corner. Out number 1 in the inning. First time that Torria is striking out Peter Hollowbaugh, the first baseman. Had that big double back in the first inning with a couple RBI. Dudes would not be up in this one without his efforts in that inning. Pitch to Hollowbaugh from Townsend. And this stretches to the outside corner at 93. And that is strike 1. Some fans congregating over in the Les Schwab tire deck tonight have found themselves under the shade of the white tent. That's a good spot to be on this warmer night, or maybe in the bleachers that sit right behind the Raptors dugout. You get a lot of shade the way that is set up. 0-2 from Townsend. It is driven into the blue sky beyond home plate in a foul ball. Raptors fans are eagerly awaiting the taco announcement here. It's always been the rule. Raptors have to get to 7 strikeouts to get the free Taco Bell, courtesy of their ticket to this game. And that ball is just low to Dan Carvey's strike zone. 7 strikeouts, fans get a free Taco Bell taco in affiliation with Ridgefield. Let's do it again, the 1-2 from Townsend. And this is fouled back to first base. Talked with Townsend the other day after he had given up 3 runs. DeCalit's guys were joking around too in the bullpen, told me, I'd like you to give us some MLB The Show type ratings, some overalls for every pitcher in the bullpen. That was something I was not comfortable doing, but Townsend's been looking good in this one. Maybe that rating more towards 99 right about now as he earns another ground out. Kalma Marion is going to throw out the runner this time, and there's 2 away. And it was funny, Townsend told me, please do not let my last appearance against Cowlitz affect my rating. And it certainly has not here today for Townsend, as he is threatening to get out of his 3rd inning of relief with not a run allowed. Here's Alex Grab, the right fielder. He's 1 for 2. And he digs through a strike, 0-1. Wyatt Adams was the Raptors starter. He went 2 and allowed 4. 2 hits against him, 5 walks and 1 strikeout. There is strike number 2. Redmond has still had Governor Offrank on the bump, the starter. And left-handed pitcher has not been removed. Nearly through 5. Here comes the 0-2. And this is right back up the middle. That base hit is slammed to the web of Desan Harrison center, and Greb continues the Redmond inning in the 5th. It'll be Will Sell, the left fielder. Redmond trying to get some rallies here, and again have put up 4, but that was only their 4th hit. Ridgefield scored 3 on 5. Townsend to the plate. And he deals a rainbow of a big curve for a strike, 0-1. Raptors do have some tossing in that left field bullpen. This would match a season high if Townsend gets out of the inning and would likely be out of the ball game. And this ball is going to be drilled to Harrison center. He searches for it and makes the catch in towards the infield, and that is the end of the inning. Raptors against the Dudes in the fifth do not allow a run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We have played 4.5. Ridgefield to the plate in the bottom of the fifth when we come back.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Ridgefield Main Street is dedicated to historic preservation, beautification, and a thriving downtown. We support our merchants and our community and thank you for shopping small. Join us for Main Street Day in our fall wine walk. Discover downtown for unique shopping, dining, and exploring the arts. Spend your Main Street moolah at most shops, restaurants, and the food carts. More information at ridgefieldmainstreet.com. Go Raptors, and we'll see you downtown.
Attention Raptors fans. After a 5-year hiatus, the West Coast League All-Star Game is back and better than ever. Join us in Bellingham at Joe Martin Field on July 17th for an unforgettable night of big hits, epic catches, and non-stop excitement. The day will be jam-packed with family-friendly activities, including a fan fest and skills challenge. Get your tickets now at bellstickets.com. We'll see you at the ballpark.
54 West Coast alumni selected.
Start out with Andrew Grennert here in the bottom of the fifth. Raptors down 4-3 to the Dudes of Redmond. And Grennert is the infielder from Scottsdale, Arizona, going to LMU in Los Angeles. His sophomore year on the horizon in the fall. And Grennert sees a nice curve, 73. Right down the chute. Strike one so far for Grennert. He had a double hugging the left field line. In the second inning, he earned 2 RBI. He drives it to the left again as this ball scrapes towards the corner and just goes foul. Beyond the left fielder's cell, and Raptors in this one have put up a decent fight offensively, but still looking to turn the corner after allowing the 4 early runs, 3 of which would come across in the first, another in the second inning. Scored all 3 of their runs in the second. 0-2. Grennert sees this outside, and for a guy like Grennert, another one of those Raptors that has seen some more time, certainly with opportunity coming up here in the second half with guys coming in and out. He will go down on strike 3. So that is over the heart of the plate. Looking, Deshaun Harris is 0 for 2 due up. Dakota's had a lot of confidence in him to turn things around. Grennert, again from LMU, as Deshaun Harris steps in, trying to get the rally going. Deshaun Harris today wearing number 19 for the Ridgefield Raptors, though he's often in 12, and now puts this ball into the sky and right. It is chased down by Greb and Wardell before the right fielder for the Redmond Dudes makes the catch, and there is 2 gone. Raptors not faring as well so far through 4.5, but see if the turnaround is due up. Julian Nunez is the shortstop who is struck out and flown out. This pitch is just curved in there for a strike, and for Off-Rank, that might be his best pitch here today. Raptors have seen a lot of curves that have just gone 12-6, top of the zone to the bottom. Here's another that is put in action behind home plate, and now the catcher, Brown, pops out of a stance and makes the catch. The inning is over. Raptors down in short order once more in the 5th inning. No runs, hits, errors, or anyone left on for the offense. We are going to the 6th. Redmond up 4-3.
For over 70 years, Columbia Credit Union has put people first, supporting its Main Street neighbors with high-earning accounts and the best possible rates. That's because its core values of people, community, and financial wellness are behind everything that Columbia Credit Union does, from checking and savings to home mortgage, credit cards, and business banking. Drop by a branch or visit columbiacu.org to see the credit union difference yourself. Columbia Credit Union, investing in values since 1952. Baseball fans, head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors.
Well, the Raptors are down 4-3. We're in the top of the sixth with a new pitcher onto the bump, but just before that, you want to prepare for a flavor explosion. Head to Buffalo Wild Wings, where taste takes the spotlight, indulging our signature wings, available in a variety of sauces and seasonings, alongside mouth-watering burgers and irresistible appetizers. Whether you're catching the game with friends or gearing up for a night out, Buffalo Wild Wings promises delicious food and great times. Don't miss out. Swing by today and treat your taste buds to an unforgettable experience only at Buffalo Wild Wings. Raptors going to a right-hander, Jake Geis out of Loyola Marymount, teammates with Andrew Grenard, and now with Colby Wallace as well as he transfers in. But he throws that fastball, the changeup. Has not made appearance with the Raptors so far this year. In fact, this will be his first time out on the bump in either a league or a non-league game. And pitched as a junior with LMU at an 8.31 ERA in 23 appearances. For Geis, he does have the typical fastball changeup, but told me he has two sliders in. You're going to see one that has a bit more sweeping action, right to left, and the other with some more drop north to south, but told me it's not a curveball. So there's not a four-pitch mix per se, but really just three with the slider, having two different kinds of grips or some sort of that concoction. Jake Geis, again, the right-hander from San Jose, California, making his first Raptors appearance here in 2024. So it's going to be Emilio Feliciano. Shortstop has struck out 2 times as Geis comes set. And he fires it high for a ball, 1-0. Geis with LMU, he made his last college appearance on May 14th, was on the road at UC Irvine. And that time Geis did not get an out, 2 walks and 9 pitches, and was taken out of the game, but nearly 22 innings of total work on the year. This is a ball inside, and suddenly it's a favorable count here for Feliciano. The 7th hole hitter in front of Ty Quiggle and Cutter Wordle for this Redmond lineup. The pitch down. It's a ball outside, 4 pitches and a walk. It'll be Ty Quiggle up next for Redmond. He's 1 for 2. Ty Quiggle will stand in, but he can also close the line of Andrew Townsend for the Raptors. He would go 3. Did not allow a run on 2 hits, no walks, and 5 strikeouts for the Fresno State Bulldog. As that's a strike at 85, and the first from Jake Geis here this season. Raptors moved into double play depth here with nobody out. Kashke battles the sun, staring over towards his pitcher from first base. That's a strike at the knees, 0-2, and it's a tough situation if you're over there in either right field or first to look directly into the sun. Definitely would need some shades like Kashke has on. The 0-2. It's a ball away at 92, and that point, we've seen a couple of guys sometimes lose a baseball out there in right field. The sun, though, the Rourke does provide good lights when necessary, and never had a ball lost up there. Now this ball is put in play. Takata at second, flips to short. He's got the out to Grenard's glove and back to first. It's a 4-6-3 double play. Exactly what the Raptors needed to get a quick couple outs in the sixth inning. And hope to rely on Cutter Wardle, who has walked and struck out. Guys back from the windup here. And he places it in the zone at 80 miles an hour. Guys, he goes to that big drop-in slider that time. And guys, no stranger to the summer college baseball scene. He's played 2 seasons. Last year with the Raptors, he had 8 appearances, 24 innings, had 13 walks, 17 strikeouts. Then with the Walnut Creek Crawdads in the Cal Collegiate League in 2021, had 7 appearances there. And he's going to get the strikeout he was looking for. Cutter Wardle strikes out, and that is taco time at the Rourke as well. 7 strikeouts, and all the fans will be going home with a free taco from Taco Bell. The 6th inning ends for Redmond with no runs, hits, errors, or anyone left on base. We have played 5.5. Ridgefield coming to bat when we come back.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Sometimes you just want more. So unleash the power of Burgerville Rewards. While others merely go out, enjoy a meal, and go home, you, the genius that you are, capitalize on every burger, every shake, and every fry to get even more burgers, more shakes, and more fries. Oh, and every dollar you spend supports local ranchers, farmers, and producers. So join Burgerville Rewards today, because you deserve more.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Raptors trying to get some offense sparked in the bottom of the 6th inning. My name is Patrick McCall. Thanks for tuning in to the broadcast here. Redmond up just a run for 3. Taco Bell with a message. The moment you've been waiting for is finally here. Nacho fries are back at Taco Bell. Get ready to dive into crispy golden fries smothered in warm nacho cheese sauce and loaded with savory toppings. Experience the ultimate snack sensation that's been dearly missed. Hurry in and grab your nacho fries fix today. Don't miss out. Nacho fries are back for a limited time only at Taco Bell. Raptors have Hunter Kashke from Utah Tech up to the dish now. Hunter, of course, committed to the Blazers. He is popped out, flown out in the game, and certainly one of those guys that is due for a big hit eventually. The outfielder came into this game hitting .336 against the WCL. He sticks off a curve at 84, ball 1. Quick mention on the scoreboard update we do have. Again, those 2 games in action has been Corvallis, Springfield, the Falcons, and the North Paws in that one. So it's the bottom of the 6th now from Elk Stadium. The North Paws lead 3-0 over the Falcons, with the Knights up 3-1 over the Drifters in the bottom of the 6th at Goss Stadium. 2 West Coast League games in action. That is a ball downstairs. Raptors, of course, in non-league action, so not featured on the WCL scoreboard if you check there tonight. This one will not count towards their regular season standing, so technically could still be undefeated in the WCL if they lose this one and not have this loss count, but Ridgefield would love to make it 10 in a row overall on that win streak that's been set at 9. And Caskey drives this ball into the blue sky under the setting sun. It is gathered down by Ty Quiggle. He is at third and makes the catch. There's one down. Catcher Richard Tejeda is 1 for 2. It's like the Dudes have finally started to get somebody up in that right field bullpen. It's been Governor Allfrank, the lefty starter, who is looking to get through 6 here. Would be quite a few innings for a prep starter, and he does. Gun it outside to Richard Tejeda. Catcher for the Raps is 1 for 2. And now the 1-0. And he slams it foul on the first base side. That's going to leak out of play. And again, the Dudes coming into this one didn't exactly have a lot of options on the bench and had a number of different players on the roster. But the big thing to mention there as well for Redmond is that there's multiple teams. So on their rosters, we'll have guys coming in and out. But they only had somebody available today, and exactly 5 players able to sub in off the bench for any of the starting 9 and the pitcher, Governor Allfrank. So not a surprise necessarily to see the Redmond starter go so long. Count's going to be 3-1 with 1 out here. Redmond still up 4-3. Now the 3-1. And it is driven hard by Tejeda's bat. It will carve foul. Just out of play down the third base line. And Raptors just need one big hit to spark some kind of offense to get coming back in this one. Haven't been able to do it since that second inning where they put up 3. There's another 3-2 just blasted back by Tejeda. Ridgefield down 4-3 as the pitch comes down to Tejeda. And this ball drops down in the zone. Tejeda looks back at it, searching for more, and he is going to be on with 1 away. Raptors have a little life here in the 6th inning. And we have discussion now as the coach is out there, Colton Turner for Redmond, who will go to the bullpen in this situation. Dudes still up 4-3. Raptors looking to get out of this upset scenario in the bottom of the 6th. We'll be back with the new pitchers info on the other side of the break.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, post-retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
At Dick Hanna, we know that buying a car can feel like you're in some overdramatic reality show. There's
shocking news.
6 weeks to get the red one?
And people who aren't here to make friends.
Honey, look confident. The salesperson is coming.
At Dick Hanna, our huge inventory of 14 brands and 600 plus used vehicles means we have something for everyone. So skip all the... At Dick Hanna, we believe in nice and making nice your reality.
We've been perfecting the process since 1989. And since we're family run, we keep the community in mind. RVs, boats, campers, trailers, if you're missing some glass, we can make it custom tailored. Windshields or rock chips or any shattered mess, give us a call at Hampton Auto Glass.
Redmond Dudes going to something else. It is A.J. Knorr coming in for Redmond, and he wears 11, will be the pitcher now for Redmond. Ends the day of Governor Frank.
Players number 16, your designated hitter from Hawaii.
Go 5 1/3 and allowed Raptors to score 3 runs, but is on the hook for Richard Tejeda at first. Be the 4th to his card. Jack Salmon is 1 for 2. And he sees a strike outside. Frank was able to get down a few wraps here. Earned 3 strikeouts as this ball gets away from first on the throw over. Now Tejeda slides into second base as the tying runner.
Good hustle, Richard.
Richard Tejeda takes advantage of the mistake. First error for Redmond. Now Jack Salmon can recalibrate with a runner in scoring position. And he immediately hits it into right field. This could be the play, and instead Chris Cota will stay conservative. Tell Tejeda to stick to third, but he could walk home as that ball escapes into center field. And there's Jack Salmon at third. Tejeda around. Raptors have tied it and are 90 feet away from the lead.
Well, that'll wake you up.
Some kind of turnaround for the Raptors order, who get a couple of breaks and now are leading this one. It'll be Ryder Cutlip. As that pitch is in the zone for a called strike. And we'll see the 0-1 to Cutlip here. Right fielders walked and struck out as that bends down low, and Ridgefield's lineup has only put up 6 hits to get the 4 runs. You have Jack Salmon at third now. The pitch comes down from A.J. Knorr, and that's fouled away. Knorr comes set again with a 1-2. Gets this pitch countered into left center. It drifts over towards Sell. He does make the catch. Salmon's going to go for the plate. And it is not in time.
Nice hustle.
Jack Salmon scores the Raptors' go-ahead run. It's now 5-4 Ridgefield. Heck of a turnaround for the Raptors, who just really on a couple swings, couple pitches, turned the whole thing on its head. Now lead by a run as Mamirian sees a big bender miss inside. Raptors not an inning they expected. Now the 1-0. And that'll be low for ball 2. Colby Wallace, a guy that can definitely get a hit here and try to extend this rally. And the Raptors have done this a couple times, have to adjust to the velocity of the pitching of the prep team, but now seem to have done just that. Colby Wallace with a base hit to right center. He is 2 for 2. Couple knocks and an RBI on the sac fly. Spencer Siegel is 1 for 2. He'll step in. And now the Raptors may be having finally gotten the pitching matchup they like with A.J. Knorr trying to get out of this jam. Mamarian just going to take off for second and slide ahead of the throw. Brown cannot get it down there in time, and another Raptor in scoring position. Mamarian with a giant lead at second, and Siegel goes after it, but missed it for strike 2. Raptors would exit this inning if they ended now with the lead and face the top of the order for Redmond. The 0-2. And Siegel puts it in motion towards his teammate, but it's gloved by the shortstop Feliciano, who throws high and just had enough room to get the throw into the glove of Hollaball, and that is the end of the inning. Raptors in the 6th have a big offensive inning, score 2 runs on a couple of hits, take advantage of 2 errors by the defense, and do leave 1 on. We are going to the 7th inning. Ridgefield now up 5-4 over Redmond.
You want to hear about A? Listen to this. This is what it sounds like to stay and play at A. And with our new luxury hotel featuring an indoor-outdoor pool, dining with incredible views, and more, it sounds even better. This is what it sounds like at the area's premier dining, gaming, and entertainment destination. A. Sounds like fun. Book your stay now at ilaniresort.com.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Jake Geis out there again. We are into the top of the 7th. Redmond up to bat. Down 5-4 pitch. Geis loops it in for a strike. It's 0-1. And Ridgefield in this scenario have finally turned it around offensively. Got the little bit of margin. And this ball is slammed in towards Harrison center. An immediate base hit though. Earned right back by Redmond. Starting the 7th, Declan Brown, the catcher, is on. It'll be Hunter Comine, the center fielder. He has had 2 walks, struck out, and steps in here against the righty Geis. And Geis leaves it high as Tejeda thought about going down to first base, and for Geis, again, the first time he's on the Raptors' hill this season, but he did have a 3 ERA in 24 innings last year as a Rap. He's going to get the outside corner. That was in 8 appearances, couple of starts there in the WCL. Here's his 1-1. That is blasted up the middle and just past the dive of the shortstop, Grennert. That is into center field, a base hit. And all of a sudden, offense is working in good motion here for this team in Redmond, who did struggle a bit and have not put up anything against Townsend. They're really guys as he went through his first inning, but have gotten back-to-back hits. Rahi Torrea is the DH. He has walked, grounded out, and struck out. This 1-0 is blasted to center. Harris backtracks and does have room to make the catch in front of the track. He'll flip it into his defense in the infield, but it's not before Redmond advances Brown to third. They're 90 feet away from tying it up. Peter Hollabaugh, the first baseman, is 1 for 3. He steps in with 2 RBIs there in the first inning. Kashke battling the sun at first still as runner is going to go, and they may have him in a rundown. Raptors throw down to second and get the stealing Hunter Comine. He took off rather early, and Guy stepped off and got him out. Peter Hollabaugh is still awaiting his opportunity. Now the Raptors with a real threat to get out of the inning. There's a curve in the zone. With that big heads-up defensive play by Geis, saw the runner go, stepped off. Gives him a chance to get out of it. That's a foul ball, and certainly if he would have gone home, by the way that Comine was already sprinting right towards second, no way he would have been able to throw down to the plate and then back over to second in time. The 0-2. And barely surviving is Hollabaugh. That is fouled back. Count's going to remain with 2 strikes. Declan Brown, the catcher, still at third for the Redmond Dudes, 90 feet away from the tie. This will be a half swing, and they do not give Hollabaugh the strikeout. He's just able to hold up on that pitch to the outside as Ridgefield fans stare in. Hope for an out here and to get into the bottom of the 7th. This 1-2 is outside, and Raptors have also not had a bullpen arm up and shuffling, as it does appear to be 1 or 2 down there ready to go. And that is outside, ball 3. The Geis looks to try and get out of this jam.
Let's go Raptors!
Ridgefield would be ready to go to the pen if they need it. 3-2. And Geis gets a foul ball back here towards the Rourke press box. Sun's providing a nice little atmosphere, painting some orange across left to right field. And fans out there in that right center alleyway. It's where a lot of the home runs fall in, watching the ball game. And this is ball 4 given out to Peter Hollabaugh. And he is on. Second time he's reached. First time on a walk. Alex Greb, the right fielder, is 2 for 3 for Redmond. He will be due up, but it might be enough for Chris Cota, who is the Raptors head coach, and he trots out to Jake Geis. Talk things over, and we'll go to the pen. Raptors with a new arm. When we come back, we will get you the name, the number, and the info on the other side of the break. Ridgefield up 5-4.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Other places make you pay extra for that, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less. Book your appointment at leschwab.com. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com for details.
Ridgefield Main Street is dedicated to historic preservation, beautification, and a thriving downtown. We support our merchants and our community and thank you for shopping small. Join us for Main Street Day in our fall wine walk. Discover downtown for unique shopping, dining, and exploring the arts. Spend your Main Street moolah at most shops, restaurants, and the food carts. More information at ridgefieldmainstreet.com. Go Raptors, and we'll see you downtown.
Attention Raptors fans. After a 5-year hiatus, the West Coast League All-Star Game is back and better than ever. Join us in Bellingham at Joe Martin Field on July 17th for an unforgettable night of big hits, epic catches, and non-stop excitement. The day will be jam-packed with family-friendly activities, including a fan fest and skills challenge. Get your tickets now at bellstickets.com. We'll see you at the ballpark.
Raptors going to see Blake Hammond, the righty, from the pen for the first time this year. Ridgefield is barely up 5-4 with a runner at third for Redmond. That is Declan Brown. And Hammond comes in for Jake Geist. Now Hammond throwing the fastball, slider, spitter, and the cutter. I should say the splitter. He has had a 4.20 ERA with Northwest Nazarene as a sophomore in 16 appearances in the spring. 45 innings under his belt. The righty from Peoria, Arizona, near Phoenix. He is coming in for a chance for the Raptors to get out of the inning with 2 outs. A tall number 37. He's 6'3". Has pitched 2 years with Northwest Nazarene and looks to get out of this jam as the Raptors, again, have the 5-4 lead against Redmond in this non-league game. Last one of the year. Would love to go up with that record at 3-1. Alex Greb steps in. The right fielder is 2 for 3. Hammond at the belt. He'll fire home. Leaves it outside, but for a strike, it's 0-1. Two away, the Raptors again down by a run. As Hammond comes home. He pummels that one low for a ball. It is at 90 miles an hour, and starting to see that high velocity here for Hammond. He's coming off a prep career at Sunrise Mountain High School. This ball is drilled past the dive of Amarian at third, and this ties it up. Base hit for Alex Greb. Gets an RBI, and that is also going to bring around Declan Brown. It's now 5-5. Left fielder Will Sell, who had a sac fly and RBI in the first, struck out in the third, and flew out in the fifth, will step in. Now Hammond has to find something to do here with 2 away. And placed it upstairs. Team's pretty evenly matched. Raptors putting up 5 runs on 7 hits. Dudes have 5 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. Hammond tries the 1-0. And he leaks it low. And for Hammond in his first appearance with the Raps this season at a Sunrise Mountain High School, we had the first team all-region selection for a year there, rated as a high follow by perfect game coming out of his prep career. He's the number 158 overall player in the state of Arizona. He stares in, looks for anything here as Redmond does have Greb at first, Hollobaugh at second. There's a ball that just drops in the zone, 2-2. Drum beats over the work. These fans on their edge of their seats. Headed the 2-2. And this ball is just tagged up the middle, but it goes right into the flow in the glove of Taylor Takata, who barely has to move to make the grab, and that is the end of the inning. Ridgefield does give up its lead, but does not go down in the game. 1 run comes across on 3 hits for Redmond. There are no errors and 2 left on. We have played 6.5. It's time to stretch at the Rourke with these teams tied at 5.
For over 70 years, Columbia Credit Union has put people first, supporting its Main Street neighbors with high earning accounts and the best possible rates. That's because its core values of people, community, and financial wellness are behind everything that Columbia Credit Union does, from checking and savings to home mortgage, credit cards, and business banking. Drop by a branch or visit columbiacu.org to see the credit union difference yourself. Columbia Credit Union, investing in values since 1952. Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Andrew Grenner for the Raps sees a strike go down at 74. We are tied here in the bottom of the 7th at 5, and a good one here. Raptors wrapping up that non-league exhibition schedule here in the WCL, and this is again their last non-league game of the year, so will not count towards the West Coast League regular season standings. As Grenard eyes one low, and Ridgefield needs just a run to get back out in front here. Gave up the lead in the top of the 7th, courtesy an RBI single by right fielder Alex Greb. Now Renner's going to dig it over to third, where it is Quiggle who is quick on his feet to get it over to first, and that is the opening out in the inning. One up, one down. Desan Harris, center fielder. He is 0 for 3 in unusual game for Desan from OU. And very effective as of late, but now 0 for his last 7. As this ball is outside. And Raptors have sent Taylor Takata, who was out there defensively in the last half inning. Apologies if I did not announce, but Takata was at second. Grenard, the original second baseman, shifted over to short because Takata's been in the game for Nunez now, as that ball's drilled on the short, and the play is not in time. Too much speed for Desan Harris. He beats out Feliciano to the bag, and there is a Raptor on with one away. And that was literally just kind of a routine ground ball. Harris just too fast for the throw of Feliciano. Nothing to it other than that. So Takata now in for Nunez, who ends 0 for 3. Here comes Harris to second base. He slides, and he is in there. Desan Harris finds his way on, would be stolen base number 10 in his WCL line. And he is in scoring position as Takata, who's hit .288 in 25 games, tries to get him home. That'll be a ball upstairs to the switch hitting bat. Transfer from Orange Coast to Hawaii as the sun sets over to a full shade here at the Rourke. There's a tough curveball from A.J. Knorr, still the first relief pitcher for Redmond. He ended the day of Governor off rank. He went 5 1/3, allowing 3 runs and 3 strikeouts. This pitch is tagged over to the net on the first base side, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Hunter Kashke in the hole for the Raptors, and the 2-2. The ball upstairs should say it's Tejeda in the hole. Kashke and the on-deck circle for the Raptors. In this scenario, again, only one out with Harris at second. This is up and in. Some chin music towards Takata. He walks in his first plate appearance for the Raps this evening. And now Hunter Kashke, the power at bat, here for the Raps.
Stepping to the plate, your first baseman from Utah Tech, Hunter Kashke.
Kashke coming in from Utah Tech. He was at the College of Southern Nevada as a sophomore and freshman. Now sees this time in the WCL as a pitch comes in and earns over the zone for a strike. Had a monster game with 3 home runs versus Utah in early May. 3 RBIs there. 3 runs, 5 RBIs, and pretty much off that momentum, carried it right into his WCL days here with the Raps. He has been everything and more over the last few weeks. Crowds the plate head of the 0-2 from Knorr. And that is up and in towards the right-handed hitter. Ridgefield, if they get out of this bottom of the 7th with anything, would face 7, 8, 9 for Redmond in the top of the 8th. Potentially set up a shorter inning there and face the meat of the order coming up in the 9th. And they need this run to come across from second as Kashke puts it high into the sky with some carry to center field. Comine eventually settles under the ball. And it's Desan Harris who is picked off at third, trying to take the base. And Desan Harris thought he had it easily, but a nice relay by Comine, Feliciano, and Quiggle get the job done. And Redmond ends the 7th inning for the Raps. There are no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. Ridgefield tied at 5. We'll go to the 8th inning here with Redmond.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Sometimes you just want more. So unleash the power of Burgerville Rewards. While others merely go out, enjoy a meal, and go home, you, the genius that you are, capitalize on every burger, every shake, and every fry to get even more burgers, more shakes, and more fries. Oh, and every dollar you spend supports local ranchers, farmers, and producers. So join Burgerville Rewards today, because you deserve more.
Raptors on defense in the top of the 8th against Redmond, who is tied at 5 with Ridgefield. And got a message from our friends over at ANNCR. Quantum Fiber is unleashing internet value you'll love. Now get 500 meg internet for $50 a month. And with Price for Life Internet, keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability. Quantum Fiber Internet, your world unleashed. Raptors still with Blake Hammond on the mound. He replaced Jake Geis and is in there. The first 2 times Geis and Hammond have come in here for the Raps. They are new additions as of today and will be looking to try and finish out the year with the team, but interesting to see them toe the rubber in this matchup. And we'll have Emilio Feliciano, the shortstop, Ty Quiggle, and Cutter Wordle third and second baseman due up for Redmond. Of course, as I say that, we do have a pinch hitter in for Feliciano, the shortstop.
Rory Swanson.
It'll be Rory Swanson for Redmond.
Rory Swanson.
Here's the pitch to Swanson to open things up.
Well, I'm taking Point Streak's word for it, so.
That'll be a ball near the knees of Swanson. And Swanson's hit 125 in 5 games, only 8 at-bats, all things considered, with a run, a walk, and a strikeout for the second baseman. Pitch to Swanson. Goes through a strike low, and now Ridgefield definitely going to have to be wary of the upset here into the 8th inning. Tied at 5. Did lose to Redmond last year in another surprising defeat. As the 1-1 comes down. This is upstairs, a ball, and there was a Raptors game they would have liked to lose. Maybe it would have been this one, considering it will not count towards the South Division, the WCL second half. Especially with the Pickles only a half game behind, the Raptors have started nearly as hot as Ridgefield with a 9-1 record, and team that will be really playing for that top of the South right up there in Walker Stadium on Thursday. Catch that game at 7:15. This ball is going to be driven into the glove of Hunter Kashke. He just moves a couple steps at first and gets the out. There's one down. It'll be Ty Quiggle, the third baseman, who's had a single, a line out, and hit into a double play in the 6th inning. Redmond looking to have someone on deck, and they do signal to have a pinch hitter as well for Curtis Wardell, but right now Ty Quiggle trying to finish his at-bat. That pitch leaks high. It'll be 2-0, and right now Blake Hammond with an arm up and going behind him for Ridgefield in that left field pen. Raptors would likely have one more come in this game. That is blasted foul on the first base side, and Ridgefield typically, when they don't get the long start out of the start, will have maybe 3 or 4 bullpen arms come in. Here's the 2-1. This is pushed outside. It's now 3 balls and a strike to Ty Quiggle. Great hitters count. Raptors have had 8 hits to 7 for Redmond. 3-1. Downstairs, ball 4. Ty Quiggle's had a base hit, a walk, and a solid and productive day, 1 for 3, as we have another pinch hitter for Redmond. Just starting to empty the bench here. It is Kai Kamadi, the pinch hitter. He has struck out 2 times and walked as well. And that'll be a ball, or pardon me, a strike in the zone, 0-1. I think Kamada try to continue things here for Redmond. The 0-1. And that is over the zone. It is a strike. Redmond in this scenario again coming off the win at Victoria. Also had a couple upsets against Port Angeles, 3 WCL wins this year. They have been a competitive prep team that's trying to simply learn the game and develop, but really have not been an easy one to put away. Again, won 8-1 against the Harbor Cats on June 25th up there in Canada. But did have losses against the Apple Sox, the Walla Walla Sweets, the Night Owls, 3 games in a row. The 0-2. This one torches upstairs, barely missed by Blake Hammond. The counts 1-2. And just inspecting those dudes' losses, most of them by multiple runs of margin, but did have a close 11-10 loss against the Night Owls. This ball's outside, but Tejeda checks on first, and he's not going to get down there in time. Redmond slowing the tempo of this inning, drawing up the count yet again here for Kai Kamadi. Drives a 2-2. It is smothered foul on the first base side, and longer this at-bat continues, gets a bit tougher for Hammond. Have to throw more pitches, and Redmond just looking for that one pitch it can drive. Really said the same, though, of the Raptors in this game. The 2-2. And it is looped foul again on the first base side. Good battle here for the pinch hitter in for Cutter Wardell. He went second baseman 0 for 2. Raptors again have scored 3 in the second inning, 2 in the 6th to get 5. This ball is put in motion to Dakota at second. He's going to flip, try and get the turn. He does get the force out at second. But that is all Ridgefield's defense get, and there is now 2 away in this one.
Sending in play for the Dudes, Declan Brown.
It'll be Declan Brown, the catcher, top of the order for Redmond. He's at a walk, hit into a double play, hit by a pitch, and also had a single in the 7th. Strong lead for Quiggle at first as he sees his teammate take a ball, and Raptors in the bottom of the 8th would have up the meat of the order. Richard Tejeda as the cleanup hitter would go first. After him, Jack Salmon and Ryder Cutlip. Runner's going to go as this ball is lifted out of play with no chance for anyone but the fans to get that baseball. It'll be 1-1. Dudes came into this competition out of the Pacific International League. Play the full schedule over there and a few against the WCL. Looking for a 4th win. This will be a ball that is low to Tejeda's glove, and it is now 2-1. And Redmond's offense coming into this game was led by Alex Henderson. He has not made an appearance in the lineup, and Henderson had 11 hits, 4 RBI, 3 runs as well. That out of the lineup, 2 for the Dudes, who have still played to a tie ball game here late. They're going to grant some late time for either home plate umpire Dan Garvey or the hitter Declan Brown. Some fans disagree with the late decision there. Another 2-strike offer. Quiggle's going to go as this ball is lifted into right field. It will back up. Cutlip, who makes the grab in front of the track, and the side is retired. Raptors strand Redmond's runner. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Redmond and Ridgefield tied at 5. We are going to the bottom of the 8th here from the Rourke. Ridgefield needs a run to try and win it in the 9th.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
When you need short-term communications for your business, project, or event, call the pros at Day Wireless Systems. We rent Motorola two-way radios, cellular devices, and satellite phones by the day, week, or month. We have thousands of units of inventory, and our experienced rental teams will make sure you have clear communication throughout your entire event. Visit us online at daywirelessrentals.com for more information. Day Wireless Systems, where a lot happens in a day.
At Dick Hanna, we know that buying a car can feel like you're in some overdramatic reality show. There's
shocking news.
6 weeks to get the red one?
And people who aren't here to make friends.
Honey, look confident. The salesperson is coming.
At Dick Hanna, our huge inventory of 14 brands and 600 plus used vehicles means we have something for everyone. So skip all the... At Dick Hanna, we believe in nice and making nice your reality.
Ridgefield and Redmond tied at 5. We're on the bottom of the 8th from the Rourke. Raptors will send up Richard Tejeda, the catcher. He's had a base hit, popped out, and walked in the 6th as well. And he steps in. Raptors going against A.J. Noor, just trying to get a couple of big hits here and take that lead to go to the 9th. So it'll be a strike in there towards Tejeda, the catcher. 0-1. So that ball is put in motion to the right side of the field, and it is in shallow right where Wordle is there for the glove, and there is one out. Raptors trending towards an extra inning game with how close they've played it. Did have one this season that was in game 1 in Springfield and would win 8-5 in extras from the Hamlin Sports Complex on Friday night. Salmon sticks off a ball that misses outside, and the left fielder is 2 for 3. As he checks up on a swing and goes after it, it's 1-1. Raptors trying to adjust to, it's mostly been slower velocity here for the Dudes. See a lot of the 90s now, these Redmond pitchers working in the 80s. It's like that one. 72, put right in there for a strike. The 1-2 for Jack Salmon. And he will not connect with that baseball at 88. Strike out number 1 of the day for Jack Salmon, and the Raptors have 2 away in the 8th. It's the right fielder, Ryder Cutlip. Sack fly and RBI in the 6th inning, struck out in the 4th and walked in the 2nd. Takes a fastball over the zone at 88, strike 1. Last update on the scores tonight, the Knights do beat the Drifters 3-1. As the Falcons are down 3-1 to the Northpaws in the bottom of the 8th. Those two are the only WCL games going tonight in league play. Now the 0-2. Cutlip's going to dish it out in the left field. That's got Carey and just scrapes foul out of the reach of Sell. He had a good chance at that baseball, but took off a little bit later. Raptors have seen some 2-out rallies before. This would not be a bad time. Ryder walks himself back towards the plate, and for the Raptors would still be Blake Hammond at the moment to pitch in that coveted 9th inning coming up. The 0-2. And Cutlip sees a ball.
Let's go, Raptors!
And of course the new ad for Ridgefield, as is Jake Geis. He was seen in this game too. Now Cutlip drives this one too, and it goes right off Quiggle's glove and into left. Market a hit for Ryder Cutlip, the right fielder, with his first of the evening. And it's now Kyle Mamarian.
At the plate is your third baseman from Gonzaga.
No better time for that ball to get through. Mamarian steps in 2 for 2. And he puts it up the middle, a base hit. Raptors suddenly have a couple in motion here as Cutlip stops at second. It'll be Spencer Siegel. He gets some instruction from Chris Cota for this at-bat, and Redmond may be going to the pen, as well as A.J. North sees management come out for him. It's not the head coach that I can see, Colton Turner, so may let Nor go this batter at least. Again, Ridgefield was down in this game as much as 4. Put up 3 in the bottom of the second, 2 more in the 5th inning. They would end up having a lead 5-4, then allowed Redmond to get 1 in the 7th, and that tied us up at 5. Ridgefield starting to head in the right direction, have 10 hits now to just 7 for the Dudes. Try to finish off this rally. Siegel's going to drive that back to the screen. He's had a hit in today's game, and the 4th is 1 for 3. And look like home plate umpire David Valley's looking for baseball or 2, but Redmond for their top of the 9th would have Hunter Comine, Kahia Taria, and Peter Hollowbaugh, the first baseman, due up. Now Siegel puts it in motion to the first base side, and it will be an out as the first baseman Hollowbaugh roams over to the bag, and the side is retired. Raptors in the 8th inning score no runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and a couple left on. We have played a full 8 and are tied at 5. Ridgefield and Redmond in a good non-league battle when we come back.
We've been perfecting the process since 1989. And since we're family run, we keep the community in mind. RVs, boats, campers, trailers, if you're missing some glass, we can make it custom tailored. Windshields or rock chips or any shattered mess, give us a call at Hampton Auto Glass.
You want to hear about A&A? Listen to this. This is what it sounds like to stay and play at A&A. And with our new luxury hotel featuring an indoor-outdoor pool, dining with incredible views, and more, it sounds even better. This is what it sounds like at the area's premier dining, gaming, and entertainment destination. A&A. Sounds like fun. Book your stay now at ilaniresort.com.
Raptors going with something else here in the top of the 9th. Ryan McClaskey now out there on the bump, and the Ridgefield Raptors are back. The best summer affordable family entertainment in Southwest Washington. Come see College Wood Bat Baseball in Ridgefield this summer. Bring your family or group to a game and enjoy a spectacular setting in Southwest Washington. Go to ridgefieldraptors.com for schedule and ticket information. Raptors into the late innings with McClaskey replacing Blake Hammond and Jake Geis. Drew Townsend was also out there as the first reliever. Way back when, starter was Wyatt Adams for the Raps. He went 2 and allowed 4 on a couple of hits, but we will see Richard Tejeda retreat after he gets signs with McClaskey. McClaskey out there in Zacton's 45, usually wearing 34, and earns strike 1 against Hunter Comine, center fielder. He's had a walk, 2 walks, a strikeout, and a base hit. Here's the 0-1. And this dips low. It'll be a ball. McClaskey, his last time out was a scoreless 2 innings against Springfield. Did only allow 1 hit, 1 walk, and 2 Ks to the line of the righty. Has been pretty effective so far as a Raptor reliever, 5.40 ERA in 8 appearances, 10 innings of action. 2-strike offer. And this one just charges upstairs. Raptors at home at least have the walk-off potential on their side. Would have 9-1-2 due up for the bottom half of this inning. And a long way to get there with Comine, the center fielder, to deal with. Defense fully back in the infield ahead of the 3-2. And they do grant time late to Comine. Center fielder steps back in. A couple times this game we've seen that same action. As this 3-2 is driven hard to center, Harris settles under it and makes the catch. There's one down against the Dudes in the 9th. Taria is the DH. He has walked, rounded out, struck out, and flown out as well. Only reached 1 time here for Redmond. As McClaskey earns his sign from the first base side of the rubber. And he left that away for a ball. And Ridgefield again on the look ahead of the schedule will be in Walker Stadium on Thursday night. Play the Pickles there and then back at home after the short road trip down the I-5. Was that Portland Pickles game a makeup from way back earlier in the year. It was to be played initially on June 2nd. Now the 1-1. This is a ball outside, but if you're looking to tune in to the home games coming up, the Raptors will be playing the Harbor Cats from July 19th through the 21st here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This ball is mashed down the third base side and drifts out of play. Raptors will then be splitting a series with Corvallis home and away. They play 2 at home, 1 on the road in Corvallis. 2-2. And this ball is dribbled on to Grenard at short. He comes up with it on the charge and does gun it over to first for the second out. Raptors will face Peter Hollabaugh, the first baseman, who's grounded out 2 times, walked and had a double and a couple RBIs on that swing in the first. McClaskey from the rubber. He'll work home. And just drops it right into the zone for a strike. Raptors hope to get out of this non-league play with the win and only have West Coast League games the rest of the year. This is a ball outside. Raptors have 19 more WCL games on the schedule left to go after 26 in the first half, 28 total on this second half schedule. And McClaskey earns himself strike number 2. Rourke fans getting involved. Want the strikeout and to see their lineup come up with Andrew Grenard set to lead things off in the 9th inning. 1-2. And that ball is popped up into shallow center. Harrison Takata talking. The center fielder flies in from Oklahoma and makes the catch. So that is the end of the inning. Raptors do not allow a run, a hit, an error, and there's no one left on for Redmond in the 9th inning. Ridgefield on their side of the 9th in the home half will have 9-1-2 due up, tied at 5 when we come back.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires.
Other places make you pay extra for that. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires. Because more warranty means less worry. And nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les. Book your appointment at leschwab.com. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com for details.
Ridgefield Main Street is dedicated to historic preservation, beautification, and a thriving downtown. We support our merchants and our community and thank you for shopping small. Join us for Main Street Day in our fall wine walk. Discover downtown for unique shopping, dining, and exploring the arts. Spend your Main Street moolah at most shops, restaurants, and the food carts. More information at ridgefieldmainstreet.com. Go Raptors, and we'll see you downtown.
Everything on the line for Ridgefield as we are into the bottom of the ninth from the Rourke. Andrew Grenard going to lead things off in a tie game at 5 with Redmond fielding 9 defensively. Going up against the product of LMU. He has had a card that measures 1 for 3 and sees a ball downstairs. Raptors do need to score just 1, of course, to get the win here now. And Noor will attack the zone and get the strike on the outside corner. Now the 1-1. And it is hit hard into the right center field sky. It's going to be a tough play for the defense, but Redmond, Wardell drops back the second baseman on a slide over his shoulder, makes the catch, and there's one away. Good defense there for Redmond's infield as Desan Harris, the center fielder, has stepped in. He did double. Army had a single in the 7th inning. His last time up, first pitch. That'll be upstairs to the Sooner, and Raptors have not had a walk-off at the Rourke yet. There would not be a better time for one. So upstairs should say in 2024 at the least. Have had some late inning heroics, but often away from the Rourke or not in the walk-off fashion, and Harris will have the 2-1. Of course, Raptors in this 9th inning without the duties of Luke Iverson, Curtis Abair, and Dylan Stewart were all in the All-Star game for the South. And that starts tomorrow in Bellingham as Harris skies it foul. You know, Iverson, a guy that was in the lineup for Ridgefield in every West Coast League game this year. That can remain true, but did not get the nod today. So he tripped up there for the All-Star festivities. And it is now full 3-2 here. Harris looking for a way to get on. He would be the go-ahead run. Here the 3-2. And it is a ball that just goes outside. Certainly a tough take for Desan Harris, but he is on to lead off the 9th for the Raptors offense. Taylor Takata steps up. Second baseman has walked, popped out, flown out, and struck out. Hunter Kashke will be behind him. Raptors tied at 5, just need 1 to win. Harris already going to second. Throw down is high into center field, and fortunately for the dudes, cut off by the second baseman Wardell. But Harris is in there. He has stolen another base tonight and finds himself in scoring position. Raptors can walk it off with a base hit. And Takata eyes it high. Ball 1. Raptors last time against non-league competition were able to sweep the Nighthawks. Did not see this kind of dramatics late in the game. The 1-1. Now Takata serves it into center field. It's going to get down. Comine's got the baseball. He will try to gun it home. The slide, and Harris wins it for the Raptors as he beats the throw home. A 6-5 victory, the first walk-off at the Rourke in 2024.
6-5 Ridgefield, way to hustle Raptors. Official game time, 2 hours and 44 minutes tonight, folks.
The steal and the slide from Deshaun Harris all executed perfectly as he was able to get in there, barely beaten. The tag is speed, all necessary for the run, and Ridgefield has now extended its winning streak to 10 games on this second half of the West Coast League. Only still going to be 9-0, though, with the win in the WCL second half, as this non-league won't count. But we're going to get you a quick recap of this game. It was not the kind of start. Ridgefield won it early on, allowed 3 in the first inning, and then would be blitzed again in the top of the second for another run. Raptors wouldn't get the runs back until the third, where they put up 3. It was Wyatt Adams, who was also out of the game for Ridgefield, the starter. Quickly after, he went 2 and allowed 4 runs on 2 hits, 5 walks, and 1 strikeout. Governor Alfronk would go 5 1/3, and he allowed 3 runs to the Raptors, 5 hits, 3 strikeouts. A.J. Noor the rest of the way on the mound for Redmond, who just gave up the winning run. But the relievers for Ridgefield definitely made a difference. Andrew Townsend, Jake Geis, Blake Hammond, and Ryan McClaskey were able to get out of the jams there and ultimately pick up the win for the Raptors on the pitching side. But really, maybe the couple MVPs of this one, Deshaun Harris for the Raptors order, who had hit stolen base there to the ninth to set up what was a game-winning single. If he wasn't at second, probably not getting all the way around 270 feet to score on the single. We could be still playing ball here into this one, but Ridgefield again does get the win in this game, 7-6. And as you look ahead into the schedule for the Raptors, it will be a nice scenario. Have to go to Portland on Thursday after an off day tomorrow. That'll resume West Coast League action. And then the Victoria Harbor Cats are in town for 3, one of the league's premier teams. But the Raptors get them at home, can try and take advantage of that and continue the West Coast League winning streak. And again, that just about does it here from the work. Multiple Raptors stepping up. Jack Salmon 2 for 4. Ryder Cutlip had a sac fly, a base hit, a walk, while Mamarian had 3 base hits and also a sac fly and RBI in the second inning. Multiple Raptors to mention, but maybe the biggest bat in the Redmond Dudes order was Peter Hollabaugh. He went and had that 2 RBI double in the first inning, aiding out what was several walks. You had Declan Brown get a hit by a pitch. Hunter Comine would walk 2 times and get a single, and that was about much of the Redmond production. But again, Raptors win this one by 1 run, 6-5 on the walk-off by Taylor Takata on his RBI single. Ridgefield wins at 6-5. We'll be back in action in Portland on Thursday night and catch the pregame starting at 7:05. 7:15 is the first pitch from Walker Stadium in Portland. My name is Patrick McCall, saying so long here from the work. Raptors win 6-5 over Redmond.